Once I get it up, once we're here, and then if we can get it to here, there ain't no turning back. Let's go take a look. Welcome back to the channel. We are definitely doing something non-car related in this video. Well, it's this much car related because it's a place that's gonna, hopefully it's something, not a place, it's something that's gonna help us out around here in the storage capacities. So a while back on the whole market space, I bought this. It's one of those roller up storage unit door bad rides, and right now it's just hanging out in the back of Uncle Jesse, which we haven't touched since we got it home and got it fired up, but it's on the list. So anyway, the reason we bought the rolly uppy door is because we got the main, this is where the magic happens. But then this is where the overflow magic happens. This shed, it's like a garage, and then there's cold storage on this side, was here when we bought the place several years ago. And so mostly lawnmowers, there's some wheels, there's some goodies in there, and then on this side, there used to be a horse barn. They had horses insides and outsides, and it's all been boarded up. But the thing we don't like about it is, here I'll walk in here with you, is you go in this side where the lawnmowers are, and you have to walk all the way to the back. We're all the way completely opposite of that door, and then there's a little door, a walk-in door, to get to this side. And my goodness, do I need to organize in here. But then you go all the way back to get to stuff way back there. And it's really kind of annoying. So, and it's totally inaccessible for anything bigger than a walk-in door, that whole side of this building. So what we're going to do today is, I know that it's kind of, this side is kind of pole barn built, which means it's not 16-inch on center studded wall. And I could have walked in there and shown you that, but it'll be a lot easier to show you that once the first step happens, which is we're going to rip this tin off of here, and then we're just going to start building out a header and an opening and a wall to put that rolly up door on this side of the building. So then we'll kind of have two doors. They won't match, but they'll be there. It'll be useful. So here's a tripod. Here's you guys. I'm gonna go grab some gloves, some hammers, some nail pullers, and a ladder. And I bet you in 5 or 10 minutes we'll be looking at wall insides here. Trusty Bob the Builder rig on here. Let's see, these nails have been in here for an awfully long time. Hopefully they pull pretty easy. some of these have come out now. The only ones that are kind of dangling there. Let's see what happens. Okay. Just dangling there. So really, I mean, for the temporaries, this 4x4 is just toenailed in. Get you a closer look here. Gosh, strong magnet. So this is probably supposed to be load bearing, but it's not connected down there, and it's only toenailed to this joist up here. And it's got a joist hanger there and a joist, well, it's on top of a header over here, and then this guy's load bearing. These are just here to screw the tin on, and the sill plate has to come out anyway, but everything can come out except this 4x4 and this in joist, and that's it. All this can come out. I'm gonna demo all this and then I'll bring you back. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't gonna video any of this, but we're sawzalling, so yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's start over here. I don't know what made that move. Something over there. That's the other side of my shop. Shed thing. The one that was here before me was here. Yay. Okay, the sun is getting a little low. It's about 5 o'clock in the heartland, and we better get stuff kind of cleaned up. I think we're gonna run. Well, I know I'm gonna make a run to the greatest place on earth. I don't know if Jalen's gonna go with me or not, but here's where we're at. We got her all cut out, measured up. Yeah, we're gonna build a wall header. We're kind of gonna center the door in here. It's a 7 foot tall by 8 foot wide, so that'll give us about 20 inches on each side, rough opening wise. So that'd be nice. You can get in there and probably get in and out of a car if we put a car in here. We won't put a car in here this summer though, because it still ain't mice proof. You can see, you know, it's taking on some moisture here and there. And now we don't have a lot of pooling of water in here right now, and I don't know why, because there's a huge slope down into this shed. But eventually I don't know that we'll get to it. I want to get the wall up and get things closed off again, but we may have to come in here with something and dig down and then make a trench or something out that way towards the road, or I don't know. If you got ideas, tippy tap down in the comments. But for now, we're gonna just build our wall. We'll worry about the dirt work a little bit later. The problematic parts are on the ends, because this was built kind of around a post frame idea. There's a hole here where a 4x4 used to go in. Here is the same thing, not too worried about that. And then this is a structural wall here that comes out here and then goes. So anywho, what I've decided, and I don't know if it's the right way, but I think it's gonna work. We're gonna snip this off about 3 inches up, and we are going to jack this up about a 1/2 inch, and then our baseboard for our wall on this end and on this end is going to consist of a treated 4x4, not just a 2x4 sill plate, but a 4x4. We'll lag it into the concrete, and then we'll set that wall back down on it, and that should hold us up. And then same thing on this side, we're just going to go ahead and use a chunk of 4x4. That way, if we do get a little water, it won't hurt it too bad. Plus, we're going to have to build over this little crevice here. We'll fill that in with some, I don't know, epoxy or foam or something after the fact. But that's where we're at. So we're going to run to the greatest place on earth and get another thing that we're going to test on patina wise that I've been researching just a little bit. And then tomorrow morning, as soon as the sun gets bright enough to keep us warm, we're going to come out here. We're going to get this door up tomorrow. 2 days later, alert, it's the morning on the 3rd day, and yesterday it was super windy. If I had tried to talk to you all while I was doing this, it would have just been a mess. And I just worked. So, you know, everything's off, and looky there. We got door frame header. I think it's about 7x8 or ish, but it's ready to go. I've got they call this the nest. The nest of the door is here. We've got one of these side brackets here attached, and you know, I'm not a big constructions, you know, looking and reading at those when you do this stuff. I'm a pictures guy, first of all. I can read, but I like pictures. Anywho, I was going to try and heft this up, and I thought, well, maybe I can put a couple nails in and I can heft this up. The nest, that is, anyway. But then I thought, you know what? Let's read the constructions. And by golly, there's a much easier way. And looking in here, and I got all the decoys out and kind of sorted through them a little bit. But what you do is you put the old legs on there and there, and then you lift it up and let the legs hold it here, and you can kind of clamperoo it to this, and then you can go about securing the top and the nether regions and stuff. So that's the new plan. We're going to try it and see. We've got most of the hardware, I think, that we're supposed to have. So I don't know why, you know, this can't get done here in short order. And then I think I have decided, as far as this side of this shed, we're going to go ahead and rip off the broken and hail damaged vinyl on this half, and we're probably going to sheet this with tin to kind of match, you know, the beige and the white over here. I think it'll look nice. We're only going to do this wall because it's November and I got lots of other stuff to do. It's one of those, we've been having too many spend money days the last couple weeks, and I need to get in and do some make money days. So let's I gotta get the other arm on here, bracketries, and then we're gonna go get a couple clamps, and we're gonna see about standing this up by ourselves. All right, here's the weightion of the situ. Got our legs on, one leg there, one leg there, attached to the nest. I put temporary screws, one here. This clamperoo is ready for action and about the right, you know, size for that. And I got another clamperoo over here ready to be grabbed and put into place. Now, here's my trepidation with all this is that the right word? I don't know. Is once I get it up, once we're here, and then if we can get it to here, there ain't no turning back. I don't know how you get it back down on the ground with the legs pointing the right way and everything else. So here you go. You guys, I have a feeling, might be in for a treat. Why don't we start with the PPE now? Oh boy. Okay. We're just gonna try it. I need to go that way just an inch and a half or so. Okay. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know that I can do this by myself. I mean, it's not. This is foolish. All right, here's the newer plan B, we're gonna call it. You tell me and comment, is it less or more sketchy? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. What we've got is we've got four-wheeler winch rope over the header beam down to the rolling door nest. Huh. What could possibly go wrong? Let's just test our theory here. The drawback here is I can't run the winch button unless I'm right here, so it's got to be fairly, I don't know. kind of up there. I mean, it is up there. Oh, that's exciting, you guys. So here we are, and we're pretty darn close to being centered. Our wall withstood the winching, but we just got a clamperoo on each side, and our door nest sits up here and spins now. We got to get some voltage action in it. But now, and I know the lighting's poor in here, I'm going to turn on these lights maybe, but now we got to make sure that leg and that leg's plumb. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 lag bolts there, 2 on the nest bracket. And I mean, look here. This is our spacing on this side. We're like centered. We're like perfectly centered right there. We're not, as long as these are straight, we're not going to even try to move it. Not even a skosh. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, we didn't even nudge it a bit. I think we're golden. I hope we're golden, because I drilled holes and now I'm putting lag bolts in. Okay, it's hard mounted. We're pretty much kind of done. Okay, got the constructions, and it basically says, and it's kind of what I was leaning towards, you just roll the door towards the opening a certain number of turns according to this chart. And we've got a 7-foot door, 8 feet wide, so that's 3 turns. And then we can cut the Gorilla Tape that's holding it wrapped up and guide it down into the grooves, the tracks. And then it says to get it about waist height, and we're going to aim for this little circle here. And then you got to hold it there and make sure that the door stops and the bottom bracket are attached. And I don't know where we start. We'll go 3, I guess 3.5, because we'll start here, and when we come back to here, we'll count 1, 2, 3, and then we'll roll it around half a ways and into the channels. That's my plan. And then right at the 3 mark, or when we get to that other side, we'll cut the Gorilla Tape with the utility knife. And then we got vice grips to kind of hold it in the track, you know, halfway down if we need to, but I don't think we need to. So let's see here. Why is it lifting up? Why won't it come? It ain't that deep. Oh, I'm stuck on the... It's gonna rub the track over there. It's not square. Okay. Let's try again. There's one. Well, there's one. 2. Pretty good little step. My goodness. I'm tempted to drop it there, you guys, but I don't want to be wrong. I'd rather it sit shut than try to be pulling open all the time. We're gonna go for it. Okay. Huh. Who would have thunk it? I think that's it. I don't know about door stop. We gotta find out how we put in door stops. I'm not sure what those are. Well, our latchy thing is off, and our door is a little high over here. So, but oh, okay. So we've got here. We've got a humpus in our floor. See, gap, closed up, gap. So, hi Mackie, how's it going? You having the best Monday? We're doing all right, bub. So yeah, we really can't get around it right now. We need a new gasket for the bottom of the door, and that should take care of it. But in the meantime, I'm not sure. Glad we didn't go another whole turn, because if we go up, it'll just keep going up. Oh shoot, that could have been bad. Oh, our stops go here. All right, that's easy. We need a new pulley stringy. But yeah, we need to pull this back down and then vice grip it and get our stops, and then they catch the header actually. All right, cool. Yeah, we know what we're doing. Kinda. Come here. Done. It works. I didn't have one single bolt or screw left over even. I did for a second, and then I figured out it went right here. Wall is framed, built. Now, you eagle eye viewers, you're gonna notice we missed one here and snipped off that 2x. It's gonna hide behind the tin and be just wonderful. But yeah, we've even got our stringers up for when we put the new tin on, and it's done. Now, one thing we're gonna do, we softened this up with the heat gun a little bit. It's really hard, and we couldn't quite, between it and the humpus and the concrete right here, which I think we're going to go ahead and grind down a little bit right here. Sorry about the framing there, but from about there to about there, we've got a little humpus. If we grind that down and get a new seal, we're missing about 8 inches on this end, maybe 6, and 2 or 3 or 4 over here. Life will be pretty good. But it's all framed up in here. I mean, it is what it is. We'll shut it for you. It opens and shuts really nice. It's got a little dent here, and I think that's what that little bang sound is that you hear. But yeah, on the inside, it's dirty, but closes nice. There's a little air gap there, and a couple little air gaps there. That bottom seal is just hard as a rock. And other than that, you just got a drum. You just wind it by hand. Now our little coil springs are all snakified. And to go up, it's pretty nice. Here's our door stops right here. Once we put our metal in, we'll put a evil ladybug tin metal on here and wrap this whole garage door. We'll put a bumper, some foam tape or something there so it doesn't beat the heck out of it. You have one over here, and then this one doubles as a stepper honor to latch guy. And we're latched. There's your latch. So I'm pretty pleased. I'm actually really pleased. I just noticed I need to fill in these gaps here, so when we wrap this, it'll all be flush. So I'm going to do that quick. But as far as I'm concerned, this project is checked off, and boy oh boy is it going to help us out. Now I won't, my end goal is to go through each side of this shed and tighten it up, get it weather tight, and most importantly Mises tight, so that we can get a car or two in here, especially for storage over the winter times, and free up some space. But in the meantime, it's going to be so handy not having to walk 40 feet down to a walk-in door. We can put big stuff in here. I can park the lawnmower in here if I need to. I got a little John boat, you name it. It's a changer of the game. So it's been a few days. I can't remember where we left you at on this, but again, you can only spend so much time making vidjas and not getting work done. And we were up against, most importantly, a weather window. We had several nice days and way too many trips to the greatest place on earth, the Maynards, and the local hardware store, and the local co-op for this and that and the other. And we had to get it done. And today, we finished today. It's only 40 degrees and it's blowing 40 miles an hour today. It was a pretty pitiful day, but I finished up stuff today. I'm gonna do some yelling. We're gonna go outside and I'll show you, but it's all done. Trim's done. It looks so much better. Let's get to it. Huh? Look at that. So this whole side, all new metal, new door surrounds, new door gaskets. We even got the light put back up, new drip edge, new corner molding, all the goodness. This was the more technical side, because we got two doors, two different pitches on the roof line, and an overlap, and this and that and the other. So we've got the north side over here. We're going to do the opposite side to this is no windows, no nothing that we need to do. And then on that side, that little overhang there used to be horse stalls in there, and they're all boarded up, so that's just storage over there. We can paint underneath that, and what's not going to get painted is just white tin, so it's not in too bad a shape. But My golly, I'm super pleased with how this turned out. The Fergie is going to have its own special parking spot in that side of the shed. So that's just another one of the things that we got to do around here, not only to keep the walls from falling in around us, but to make life at Freedom One Garage a little more efficient. Thanks for watching this one. Sorry I didn't have a lot of detail with going on with the tin, but you know, you just got to get stuff done, and we just barely did. After today it's in the 40s, low 40s, and that's going to be the highlight for about the next 10 days. So appreciate you for putting up with our stuff, watching our stuff. Go look at all our other videos, and we will see you on the next one.